ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मृतं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to our Iskcon official YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss 8th chapter of Srimad Bhagavad 5th canto, in which there is description of character of Bharat Maharaj. So in first 7 verses, it is stated how Bharat Maharaj brings that infant deer to ashram, that Gandaki river. In verse 1, it is stated that Mandar King, Sukadeva Goswami is saying, Mandar King one day after finishing his morning duties, evacuating, urinating and bathing, Maharaj Bharat sat down on the bank of the river Gandaki for a few minutes and began chanting his mantra beginning with Omkar. Om Itikakhiram Brahma Viharan Mamanusmaran. In Bhagavad Gita 8th chapter, Lord says, Om Itikakhiram Brahma, Omkar. There he saw a pregnant deer come to the river to drink water. Suddenly there could be heard the thundering roar of a lion. And the deer was so frightened that it immediately gave birth to its calf. It then crossed the river but died immediately thereafter. Maharaj Bharat took compassion upon the motherless calf, rescued it from the water, took it to his ashram and cared it affectionately. So, now started. The process started. So in 8 to 15, these 8 verses describes how attachment, Sangha Sanjayate Kama. In verse 8 is stated, as I have already stated, and this 5th canto, most of the verses are in prose form, not in poetry form. So here in prose form it is stated, Tasya hava ena kunaka ujjai tasmin krita nijabhimanas sahar ahastas tat poshanam palana lalana prananayo dhyaninatma niyamaha svajamaha purusha parichayadaya ekikasah katipaya har ganena virujamanaha kila sarva eva davasan. And this way, falling down, down, down and down. Gradually Maharaj Bharat became very affectionate toward the deer. He began to raise it and maintain it by giving it grass. He was always careful to protect it from the attacks of tigers and other animals. When it itched, he petted it, and in this way he always tried to keep it in a comfortable condition. He sometimes kissed it out of love. Being attached to raising the deer, Maharaj Bharat forgot the rules and regulations for the advancement of spiritual life. And he gradually forgot to worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead. After a few days, he forgot everything about his spiritual advancement. There is a verse in Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto, 20th chapter. Sukadeva Goswami describes the rainy season in Vrindavan. Just like in rainy season we see so many grasses and people do not know what is the pathway. Punai chana ivadvija. Similarly, those dvijas, those brahmanas who do not practice chanting the mantras, they forget it. They forget it. Kala, by process of time, they forget. So this is also the escape. They forgot to, they didn't pray the Lord, they didn't worship the Lord, particularly this Bharat Maharaj, and he started carrying the deer. So, 9 to 10, Sukadeva Goswami discussed the philosophy of misplaced compassion. He is having compassion, but it is misplaced. How is it? In verse 9 it is said, the great King Maharaj Bharat began to think, alas, this helpless young deer, by the force of time, an agent of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, has now lost its relatives and friends and has taken shelter of me. It doesn't know anyone but me, as I have become its father, mother, brother, and relatives. This deer is thinking in this way, and it has full faith in me. It doesn't know anyone but me. Therefore, I should not be envious and think that for the deer my own welfare will be destroyed. I should certainly raise, protect, gratify, and fondle it. When it has taken shelter with me, how can I neglect it? Even though the deer is disturbing me, disturbing my spiritual life, I realize that a helpless person who has taken shelter cannot be neglected. That would be a great fault. So this is Bharat's mistake. So we have to we learn from one's mistake. We learn. That is Bhagavatam is there. So we should not repeat this mistake. Now it is our turn whether we commit this mistake or not. That's why Prabhupada Maharaj has given the that is rules and regulations from the morning, starting from the morning till the end, I mean the night, till sleeping in the night. Starting from Mangala Arati, Brahma Muhurta, and with different practice, different rules. Do this, do this, do that, do that. We say, no, it's all right. We will do something else, our own. Then we have to follow, we have to reap the consequence. As Jada Bharat, Maharaj Bharat, in such a position, Bhava, we are showing ecstatic position, I mean ecstatic symptoms of love, pure love. As Acharya said, he has gone up to Bhava stage, the stage before love of Godhead, Priti, Prema. But there he fell down. So what speak of us? Prabhupada Maharaj has given these rules and regulations. So what are the mistakes of Bharat Maharaj? As I just have described. First thing is in verse 7 and 9, it is stated compassion. He has this compassion. Verse 8, forgetfulness. He forgot to worship the Lord. That is most important. All others can be set aside, but Lord's worship cannot be, because that is our real business, our real dharma. And what happened? That verse 10, it is neglect. He neglected serving the Lord. And verse 11, 11 and 2, 12, these two verses state how he has so much affection for deer. Then 13, verse 13, attraction to the Lord. Attraction to the deer. If you don't, if you are not attracted to the Lord, you will be attracted to others other than the Lord. So 14 verse states how distraction. While he was worshipping, he was thinking of deer. Deer. There in 15th verse, Sukadeva Goswami says, lamenting. Once he couldn't find the deer, he was lamenting. Perhaps I mistreated him, that's why he has gone away. So in this way, 16 to 19, this lamentation and separation is described. How one is mad. It is described very nicely by Sukadeva Goswami. And 20 to 25, 6 verses states how symptoms of moho. Symptoms of moho. The Lord says it in Bhagavad Gita 2nd chapter. How where moho starts? Sangha sanjayate kama, kama krodha vijayate, krodhat bhavati sammoha. Then kama, then krodha and moho comes. So, first Bharat Maharaj was thinking the deer as a prince. He was king. He has so many sons were there. But now he has forgotten that. Those words. Now he thinks this deer is Prince, my son. Hmm. And while meditating on the Lord, he was thinking of the deer, that is feigning meditation. Then chastisement for contaminating ingredients. Sometimes duba and other grasses, etc., collected for offering to the Lord, is eaten by this deer. And Bharat Maharaj chastises, very lovely chastisement. Then, when he is absent, he couldn't see. Yeah, when he saw the footprint of the deer, he was praising. Oh, what this earth is, how fortunate that it bears the footprint of deer. Deer. The deer is known as Krishna Sara. The sense, deer name is Krishna Sara. And Bharat Maharaj was thinking Krishna Sara. And he couldn't find anywhere, so he saw the sky. There is moonlight. So in the moon there is a figure, just like deer. And Bharat Maharaj was thinking that the moon has given shelter, protected my deer in this way, was praying the moon. In this way, there is burning fever of separation when he was not found. In this way, one example is given. So, our path of falling down is there. If you forget, if you don't follow Prabhupada's rule, then it is certain, for certain. That's why we are reading this Bhagavatam. So, because his mind was fully absorbed in thinking of the deer, he naturally took his next words from the womb of a deer. However, because he was considerably advanced spiritually, he didn't forget his past activities. Even though he was in the body of a deer, he could understand how he had fallen down from his exalted position. And remembering this, he left his mother deer and again went to Pula ashram. He finally ended his fruitive activities in the form of a deer, and when he died, he was released from the deer's body. And next birth, he came as the son of a Brahman. We'll discuss in next chapter. So thank you very much for listening to this lecture, and please don't forget to subscribe, share and like our channel and get the blessings of the Lord. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.